Hold up, wait a minute. Let me bring Pimpin' the Egyptian in it. Now, today's podcast is about Benjamin Banneker, Dendera, True Astronomy, and Dr. Miguel Hernandez said what? Now, a lot of people don't understand Benjamin Banneker owned a tobacco farm, and on this tobacco farm, he created almanacs and surveyed the land to create Washington D.C. and also map out the country because anybody who and tell the weather patterns to know where crops will grow. So if you're watching the news and they get this from Dendera, where the women were nude, that's why you have like naked news in Canada, but even then they still don't tell you where the crops go to help you create an almanac, so it's still not doing you any good. Then they're still leaving you in the dark because he understood the secret science of relationships because he was countering what Thomas Jefferson was saying about that black people had mental health deficiencies, and Benjamin Rush was saying that they needed to go from black to white because they were lepers, which is actually different because in Leviticus 13 you had to go from black to white to be clean. Not that you was already black, it was already all right. You didn't have no deficiency, no vitamin D deficiency, no deficiency. It's already good, average. Because a lot of people don't understand that they did this, what Benjamin Banneker did, but the same thing they did in the 18th dynasty with the Treaty of Kadush. And the Treaty of Kadush is the first world peace treaty. So when you hear Miss Universe say, and we'll get ready for Miss Milky Way Galaxy coming soon, world peace. But that was a bad idea to teach them agriculture just because they had weapons of war and they were skilled hunters. Because they ain't got to do nothing but just take your stuff. That's why I tell people, if you know anything about agriculture, you better know something about commerce. I mean, you better have some boats, some trains, some planes, some ships, some weapons to be able to protect your farms. Like what Martin Luther King was saying on my song. Because there is a way to do it properly for immortality and also, you hear me, to resurrect the dead. That's another story. But what we want to get into is, because remember, Benjamin Banneker's house was burnt down after he died, and all of a sudden, Benjamin Franklin took all the credit for his thing. So, a little Black history fun fact, you know. So, whenever you're doing astronomy, astrology, don't get caught up in it. Don't teach nobody too much about it if you do know about it, because people have ego issues. Now, Dr. Miguel Hernandez wrote a book called "Fighting Fraternities: Freemasonry and the Ku Klux Klan." What a lot of people don't know is that all secret societies work for the Ku Klux Klan. That's what Miguel Hernandez was saying in his thesis for his doctorate in philosophy. He's in Wales now, a young Spanish dude. Well, young compared to my age anyway, but he's right around the same age, really. But he did a very good job on his thesis to get his doctorate. In the doctorate, he showed you how he found out that all these people, when they wrote these books, Leopard Spots and the Klansmen and the Traitor and all this stuff, made the movie Birth of a Nation, which why they figured to stop putting out propaganda about us. But we make our own propaganda, we counter it, and we monetize our own things so they can't take nothing from us. We're taking back what they already took for us. Read Query 14 with Thomas Jefferson on that the freedom process was always there to get free before the Civil War. It's the same process that always exists since the beginning of time. You can pass through the gates on your own if you're intelligent enough when you're ready. So he gave all the information about the people in Anaheim, California, Dallas, Texas, all these different places all over the country, and how they had infiltrated the politicians, the secret societies. They were the Knights of Columbus, the Catholic people, the Gothic people who were fighting the Moors. The Moors were the Egyptians. They just changed the name, just like I changed my name, Young Chip the Great. I can be Star Kepra. I can be all I want to be. And so this is important because not only did they infiltrate all these things, they created gangs. Anybody who worked in the jail or know anybody who works in the jail, they have gang injunction books in jail and on the streets. All these gang signs came from the Order to Go to Dawn by Aleister Crowley, and this was another way that the Klan was using people to invent their gangs. Blood, that's the bloodline. You're the crib keeper of the tomb, but it still come back to Egyptian history. His wife's lawyer, he studied the pyramid and Playboy bunny. What's the secret science of sex? Gangster society, studying the Merkaba and the Kabbalah, etc., so on and so forth, Zohar. So be smart, study, have fun for Black history. I wanted to kind of go deep into it. Remember, it's the year of the Herman being. In the temple of Dendera, there are no men at the gate. There are women at the gates. If you read my book, then you will see that the same women with the hawk heads on, you hear me, are the same women when they take them off. Go get my book, Land of Milk and Honey. Call me, Zell, 213-278-4469. Zell that line. You hear me? Help me shine, and you can shine with me. You get me? So, Young Chip, the great, signing out. Check out my YouTube channel, Keparada Movement, Talented Mr. Hamilton, or YouTube channel, Land of Milk and Honey Plays. Let me know what y'all think. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Share this year. All of it. Love, peace, her.